Harry, I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is August 7th, 2025. It is 4:30 a.m. I'm continuing with Sentebale. Okay, so this is the background. Let's go on Twitter. Oh, I went on some stuff before I started recording. Alright, check video 1. I have a lot of other tweets regarding Sentebale. Okay, has Dr. Sophie Chandauka resigned from Sentebale now? Her allegations are proved to be false. Surely her position is untenable. No shade, but she brought herself and Sentebale into disrepute with these unproven allegations and is now the liability burden she claimed Prince Harry was. Yeah, they threw her under the bus on that. She's on her own. I don't know if she realized that. I don't really mean like they throw her under the bus. Pretty much, Harry is not a bully or whatever allegation she claimed of Harry. They didn't see that. Okay, so this is the truth, whatever. But in a way, she is on her own. Now, if Harry decided to take another step in terms of defamation, calling her to court, she is on her own. So in this aspect, I think this is where they're gonna throw her under the bus. I don't think they're gonna support her. They meaning whoever is helping her to bring Sentebale down. They're not gonna help her because she was the one who opened her mouth on live television and said what she said. So in this aspect, this is where I think what I mean, they throw her under the bus. They're not gonna come and rescue her. Oh my Lord. They clear everything else but this part, the bullying, misogyny, Misogynoir, things that she went on national television and said. Now, if Harry decided to pursue, oh my God, let's continue. Let's listen, 3 minutes.
So now that the Charity Commission has found that Sophie Chandauka's allegations of systemic bullying, harassment, misogyny, Misogynoir, corruption, unsubstantiated and false, I have one question and one question only. As Dr. Sophie Chandauka
that cake looked good though. Let's continue.
In her resignation as chair of Sentebale. If not, what's the hold up? Yes. I know that she's allowed to remain. But seriously, for shame. Surely her position is now untenable. So the Charity Commission found no evidence of widespread or systemic bullying, harassment, misogyny, or Misogynoir at Sentebale, which means they found no evidence of such misconduct by the patrons, Prince Harry and Princess, or by the former trustees. Now bear in mind that these were her grounds and basis for complaint and her grounds to the public to prove that she has the best interest of the charity at heart and best to head it. So I ask, if these grounds are now proven to be false, her position surely is untenable. So the charity also found that the internal dispute at Sentebale severely impacted the charity's reputation. I agree, but I'll put to you that the reason for the internal dispute is Sophie Chandauka.
Okay, this is what I've said in past videos. It was her. It was only her that I was seeing going on national television talking about the charity and the thing that was going on that could have been done privately. If I'm not mistaken, I think there was a statement that was put, I think, I could be wrong, by Prince Harry for this to be made, whatever her issue she had, to be done privately or something like that. But she kept going. Let's continue.
It's clear that the former trustees lost confidence in her, didn't like the direction she was taking as chair, asked her to resign. She pushed back, which is well within her rights. But the patrons supported the former trustees, and it blew up into a big old internal dispute, which these things happen. So to me, the existence of the dispute is neither here nor there. People get on each other's nerves, okay? But the bottom line here is that the complaints and grounds she gave don't exist. So how can she possibly remain as chair? The sense isn't making sense. The maths isn't matching. With all these allegations being found to be false, Sophie Chandauka has brought herself into dispute, brought the charity into dispute, and has become the liability and burden to Sentebale that she claimed Prince Harry was. So explain to me how she can remain as chair. I agree with the charity criticizing both sides that the public blow-up of this internal dispute could have been handled so much better. But it doesn't change the principal issue that the allegations she's made have been proven to be false. The commission pointed out lack of clarity, confusion in delegations to the chair, which allowed for misunderstandings. But I'll tell you right now, in that Sky News interview, Sophie Chandauka came across to me as confused about what her role as chair is. She was talking like she was the owner, using proprietary language, and like she's the CEO running the place, neither of which is the role of the chair. She came across as though this was a hostile takeover. I get why Harry is doing this, but why should Prince Harry walk away after 20 plus years of love and sweat, and she remains after she's been proven wrong?
Well, technically, Harry decided to step down. That's the thing here. I don't know. Let me read some of the comment here. Xhanduka is a disaster. People aren't talking about the fact that issues with Sophie is why their biggest and longest standing sponsor, SPS Honda, pulled out last year. That was because of her. Okay, Harry Sentebale's Williams scorched earth. She should have resigned when she was asked to. Now the whole charity and the children will suffer. Let's see here. Xhanduka's the villain and the whole mess. Her action in media one was intentionally destructive. She set out to sabotage Sentebale and very likely to provide a route and for William to step in via his many henchmen to swoop down to save the day. That's very sad. If this is the way they had to do it. Why? And then they said something about to change the direction, the focus of Sentebale. Okay, it's about AIDS and yeah, pretty much to help the kids with AIDS, give them some sort of a skills so they could, be independent. But once Xhanduka came, she was talking about things like earthshot kind of goal that was not the same as Sentebale. Okay, why fleets are allowed to remain by a governing institution that is mandated to protect, uphold, and hold charitable organization from harming those they are supposed to serve. Completely unattainable in the circumstances. There's more comment. Let's move on. And little at a time, we are seeing that those organizations. Those offices like IPSO and that commission that just did the report, they're pretty much not doing their job, and Harry is exposing them as well. I hope people in the UK are paying attention. It's not like Harry is going out of his way to expose those offices like IPSO and the commission and all these other groups that set up as if they are gatekeepers of what's right kind of thing. But pretty much they are gatekeepers to allow the well-off, the top social class to be able to get away with their nonsense. But they're going after Harry, and in that aspect, it is exposing them because Harry is in the top tier of society in the UK. The top of the top, because he is a world, no matter what the derangers say. Okay, but unintentionally Harry is exposing them because they are not doing the job that they for their existence. All right, they just turn a blind eye anything that will benefit the top tier. So this is what I mean by Harry's exposing them unintentionally because they refuse to leave Harry alone, and then when push come to shove, things had to go to their desk, their meaning those Ipsos, the commission, and whatever other offices that they have over there as gatekeepers. That's my own term, gatekeepers. They usually, show their cards, show their hands of their fraud that they are. They're not really there to do the right thing, to keep society in some shape or form balanced. All right, so this is why Harry goes to the court and stop going to Ipso. All right, so let's get back to the original recording. I just wanted to say that because the way that I said it in the original recording, it make it seem like Harry's going out of his way to expose them. No, Harry's minding his own business. They refuse to leave him alone. And the process of going after Harry, it is exposing those offices like Ipso. I don't know, what do they call them? Ipsos, the commission, and whatever other type of offices they have in the UK that regulate whatever. Okay, so that's what I mean. Okay, after all the drama and carrying on, it turns out fake Dr. Sophie Chandauka was lying all the time, but we always knew that. It said that the vulnerable children and communities in Lesotho had to pay the price of her narcissistic ego. This is People magazine. Prince Harry breaks silence with emotional statement after Sentebale scandal findings go public. Alright, so I'm not gonna read the article. Let's pause this. That's the video I just shared. Check this. Don't usually watch this, but this is worth it. I'll click on it in a few. Okay, very rare that GNB does a fair report. Thanks for sharing. Alright, let's see here. This is a post from account You Black. This is what's good. When you black them, you have the option if you want to see it. Let's see what they're saying here. Is that the guy who fell? Of course, he's going to be devastated, but he realizes that there's a problem and he's better off out of it. Jack Stokes discussed Prince Harry's resignation from Sentebale as a recent review has found an internal dispute at the charity severely impacted it. Let's go into that so it could be bigger. Oh my God, it's 4 minutes. Let's listen. More than 4 minutes.
And why historically, Jack, this charity it was important to Harry, and it's such a pity that he's not going to be connected to it anymore.
Yeah, no, it is definitely. Good morning to you both. I think firstly, the charity is Sentebale. Yes, it's Forget-Me-Not, but it's the name that they'll call a Forget-Me-Not plant in Africa, and I think that's why the name was chosen. So not English, but to do with Lesotho. The charity was set up specifically for children in mind living with AIDS, trying to help children with AIDS. And it was very close to Harry's heart because of what his mother did with AIDS and just how far we've come with that. It's a very sad story what's happened. I think it sort of started when Harry was trying to raise funds in America to get money to the charity, and I believe he could have probably made quite a lot of money for the charity that way. Dr. Xhanduka, I think, had different ideas. Like we all do, we all have different ideas, and obviously...
And then the way, from past videos, the way that she was trying to raise money, it's like, what in the name? It's the same mindset as William. When I used to say that there's William standing at the corner selling papers, okay? What's the name of that paper? I don't remember, but it's shut down now, okay? Where you have to stand for hours to sell a paper. I don't know how much, 5 cents, 10 cents, $1, I don't know in terms of pounds. When you could just spend one day to play sport, to play polo and raise million. It's just the crazy mindset. I remember raising that. Alright, so this is the mindset she was bringing. I think I even put, I discussed the mindset of poor dad and rich dad into that discussion. And the other thing I want to add to this is that this is one of the reasons I believe, okay, this is pure opinion here, that they did not want Harry to have the HRH because they felt that having the HRH title will open doors for him. Doors in terms of getting money, similar to what Harry's doing here. He wanted to raise money, and he didn't need the HRH to raise money. He's doing his thing the hard way. So people were flocking to him, helping him raise money and things like that. So their perception, their meaning the royal family, whoever did not want him to have the HRH once he left. So their nonsense, whatever nonsense they felt like those HRH meant, that will open doors for Harry in the US. He wasn't using HRH. Doors were still being open to him. He was raising money, so that pisses them off as well. This is another key of the situation. Okay, so Harry didn't need the HRH to raise money. So they find ways now, because he's still raising money, so that pisses them off. So they want to destroy his project. They wanted that for them. All this is jealousy. They want all of those things that Harry's doing the hard way. They want that, the finished product, for them. But they don't want to put the work. They rather spend millions, the taxpayers' money, time, energy, resources, and idiot who's willing to help them, okay, to destroy Harry's hard work. I mean, this is not gonna end well for them. Them meaning the institution, whoever is behind destroying Harry's hard work. All right, so let's get back to the original recording. But let's continue.
A situation arose within that. The findings are saying that the people's feelings should be allowed to be heard. So she obviously felt she was being mistreated, and they're saying that's fine for her to feel that. But nothing's been found from Harry's part, which actually makes quite a nice change. We're hearing something positive, that Harry hasn't actually done anything bad this time, which is quite nice for us all to see, because the Harry I knew and loved.
Harry never done anything bad. Okay, when he was young, the thing we were seeing, this is a young man, no responsibilities, no wife, no children. He was being himself, and then the media amplified some of the things that he was doing when he was out having a good time. Okay. But since he married, he has, even before that, when he's doing work, he has been a very serious person. So what these people are framing like, thank God he hasn't done anything bad. I mean, come on. Oh my God, I have more. I'm going to pause. There's something I need to do on my other computer. All right, so I'm back. I was laughing at myself. After I could easily cut this part out, but for some reason I don't know why I say these things, like before I pause to go do something, because I was rendering the last video that I finished edit before I uploaded on X. I used to do it on this computer, and then I will continue recording, but it messed up the recording, so I do it on another computer. But anyway, I was laughing at myself for saying some of the things that I said. Like, for instance, I said, oh, let me pause for a second, I'm gonna do something. I don't have to say it, but I still say it. I'm gonna leave this part in, but I was laughing at myself for even thinking about that. Anyway, so let's continue. All right.
Is this person. He's very much, heart and soul. When he puts something into it, he just wants the best for that. And he wanted the best for all of those children. And I mean, every time we've seen him in documentaries, any video footage we've seen, he just absolutely adores those children and wants the best for them.
What's going to happen to them, Jack? Those children and the charity in general, will it be wound up now?
They do say that the charity is going to continue without Prince Sisu or Prince Harry. Harry's obviously now putting his focus on other areas. I mean, we've seen him recently with the Halo Trust.
He's not gonna just leave that alone. Okay. For someone who put 20 years onto something, and then to not only the process of quitting, to quit, to step down was a protest because the woman did not want to step down. So when other board members decide they want to be part of this mess and to stand solidarity with the other trustees, he stepped down alone. And if I'm not mistaken, that Ian person, Ian something, his name, he was sitting next to Sophie Chandauka when she was saying all her defamation, in my humble opinion, about Harry, calling Harry defamation thing. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he came on board legally. There's a little confusion on how he came in. So that might have to be looked into. But the key point here is that after that amount of time being put on the charity and for Harry to just live like, I don't think he's gonna leave it like that. Plus, another thing that just came to mind. Because of the debacle that is being played out about Sentebale, can the country, Lesotho and Botswana, whichever area the charity is running in Africa, can those countries reject that Sentebale and said, because the people who's running it now, or they don't trust them, they don't like what's going on, can they reject the charity and say, you cannot operate in my country anymore? Can they do that? I'm just raising question, okay? I don't know how these things work and all the legal issues aspect of things. But I think the country can say, I do not want this charity to work in my country because of the people that's running it now and the way they took it over. Can they say that? That's another route that can go about. Okay? But anyway, I'm just thinking out loud. You guys could respond to it and tell me what you think about that. Don't forget to put the timestamp. And thank you to those who have been putting timestamp into the comment section. It makes me go straight to the area where you're responding to. So it makes it easier for me. There was something that someone said about the charities that I said something. I forgot what I said, but the person raised the issue. It has to do with tax issues. Oh, I think about suing. And the person responded and said, no, you know, what is it? Usually those companies support those charities in terms of for tax write-off or something like that. And I think I responded and I said, that's a great idea, or I didn't think of it that way, or something like that. But anyway, I'm just sharing my ideas on the pulse, okay? As I'm recording, things popping up, and I'm sharing my ideas with you. Most of you have more understanding and more probably work in those fields to educate me on that. All right, so that's all. Let's get back to the original recording. But let's continue.
And you know, that's another great sort of hark back to seeing Princess Diana. I remember all those famous photos that we all, you know, were so sort of taken aback when we watched her walking through the landmines. He's going to focus, I think, on other things. Of course, he's going to be devastated, but sometimes you do have to walk away when there seems to be a problem. And I think Harry does realize that there's a problem within the charity, and he's probably better out of it.
It does sound as though he was hoping that there might be a way back for him. He was saying that he hoped that he'd see Sentebale back in the right hands. But the statement that we've seen from him now is, no, I'm going to look at new ways to support children. So do you think he will start a new charity for children in Lesotho and Botswana?
I'm hoping that he does. I mean, he absolutely loves Botswana, and I think he's obviously taken Meghan to Botswana. I think one of the diamonds from the engagement ring came from Botswana. So let's hope that, you know, he might set up a charity there. It'll be a different name, but I do think that he will do something because his heart and soul is there with his mum in mind. And the charity, Sentebale, may carry on, may do okay, but I can't see it doing as well.
Jack, this is what they're saying in a statement from the former trustees. They say, we are disheartened by the way in which the Charity Commission has chosen to ignore key concerns and irrefutable evidence raised with them regarding the leadership and oversight of Sentebale's chair. We remain gravely concerned for the future of the charity and the well-being of the communities we serve for 19 years, following the mission set out by Prince Harry and Prince Siso in honour of their mothers.
And this.
I hate that the guy was saying some
And why?
a good thing, but he came and disrupt them to put the statement, to say the statement. But anyway, I'm not gonna go in the comments. Okay, let me make sure I'm sticking with the 29. Alright, I might lose some tweets. Alright, so I just came from here. I blocked them, so I just watched that. Let's see here. I agree, thanks for sharing. Every once in a while they do produce something balanced and objective. Alright, so there's that. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, a board of 2 trustees, LOL. Board of trustees. Then she stepped down. This is the guy that was sitting next to her when she was on TV saying all those allegations about Harry. I'm not sure. I think she stepped down. Maybe it was somebody else. Does anyone apart from these 3 work there now, or is it just them running this machine by themselves? There is staff. She'll be adding more from Toby, the other brother. Linkson was William's right-hand man for near 20 plus years and moved up the rank at William's Trust. Then he becomes Sophie's right-hand advisor. Sophie's greed and William's jealousy has destroyed Sentebale. Everyone with eyes see what their greed and jealousy will get them. Okay, so that's all of that. Let's move on. I don't know, something happened to my eyes. I was seeing the text properly. William Parker Bowles taking over Sentebale is going to just confirm and the most certain and without a doubt fact how desperate and jealous William Parker Bowles is of Harry's charity work and Harry's connection to Diana. He has failed to do something worthwhile himself. Okay, in my opinion, this was a dry run. The main target is we are Invictus in 2027 and the UK is a prime target. How many times can these bastards conduct in broad daylight display be ignored? With exceptions of Archwell, all Prince Harry's charity originated in the UK under royal family patronage. That makes sense in a way, but Sentebale is not under royal foundation. Let's see, there's one comment under it. The deranged are pretending that Prince Harry was never the founder of IG. There's that as well. I don't want to go through all of that, how it started and the fund that he created under the royal foundation, and then the money to start Invictus was taken from the things Harry started. Yeah, they don't want to give him credit for anything. Where is it stated this is even being considered? I mean, they're not gonna tell you. You think these people's gonna sit there and say, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take that? This is an opinion, okay? All these tweets that I'm sharing with you are opinion. But this comment here is saying, literally she said, in my humble opinion, the thing is for for Invictus. Like I said, in could have been in this video, it was a test drive to see how they could do it with Invictus. Now, if Harry just lay back and let them take Sentebale away, then they will do the same thing. Or maybe they're gonna improve. Look how Trump got in office. The first time he got in office, he did some damages, but there were some people who pledged allegiance to the Constitution, did not allow him to do certain things. So what did he do when they give him the power again? He removed anybody who will be against him and put his own people. And look how much damage he's done in 8 months. So now they're learning. This is what they're doing here. They're learning from what have they done to Sentebale so they could improve on it with Invictus. So this one, I agree. I agree with her. Now, what Harry needs to show them is to continue fight for Sentebale. Because, like I've said, there are other companies, respected companies, that had supported his vision. So, if he's letting go like that, and then these people are ruining him, I mean, everybody could see, but nobody's saying it out loud in terms of the company's perspective. They see Harry as someone they could trust. So if they're supporting his vision, and then his family is doing that to him, and then to easily let go, maybe they will say, why will I support you if your family keep on doing that to you and then you're not defending the money we have given you? Something like that. So this is where he needs to go, to fight for the money, only because, okay, taking the kids aside, okay, this is a different branch of things. Harry will always want to support and help kids, but take that aside. But the fact that those huge companies, okay, who aligned themselves with Harry's vision and supported Harry's vision, Harry needs to do that not only for the kids, but for the companies who supported him. Fight for that. So that way, the next vision he might have for another charity, they could support him as well. All right. There's that. If William takes over, it'll confirm my suspicion that he was behind this whole saga. To go as far as to sabotage a charity to get at his brother is as low as PW Prince William goes. Okay, I'm not sure if PW stands for Prince William. Well, William did say that Africa was his, speaking like the colonizer that he is. I'm hoping Harry and Meghan and Prince Yoso start a new foundation in Africa, with Siso being African and Meghan's African heritage. It makes more sense than the racist and chief being there. He tries to play the good guy all the time, so him taking over Sentebale won't bode for him. It will make people speculate. You think these people care? Look how much garbage they're playing in front of us. Do you think these people have any shame? They have zero shame. They will continue doing that stupidity. Many of us are talking as if these people have any shame. So him taking over Sentebale won't bode well for him. It will make people speculate if he was behind the takeover, and that is not good for the saintly image he is trying to portray. I don't think he gives a shit. There's to comment here. Why would he take why would he take on his fell little brother chair? You see, this is the thing that they want to do. They want to say, oh, his things fell, is not succeeding. They want to destroy everything. This is a danger here. This is the thing. I mean, these people are full-blown evil. If things are not negative, they cannot thrive. They want to plaster this everywhere. Harry fell at this. Harry fell. Oh my God. This is the Butterfell charity. It's Harry's failure, not his. You see, this is the thing. Okay, if you think Sentebale fell, then you are definitely senile. All right, let's black this. This is the thing that let me see. I almost I pause and then I start talking and it wasn't recording. So this is what I responded to. William, is that you? You know this is the kind of banner you want to associate with Harry. Keep in mind, Sentebale was doing well for almost 20 years. You, William, kick your little brother out, pointing down here, and was hoping he will fail. That didn't happen. Instead, you're sending people to sabotage his work. Alright, so I already sent it. So that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. And I blocked the person when I was recording the first time. Is that the one? Let me make sure. I think I did this already, but I don't want to skip. Sentebale is doing confirmed. Is that the one? Okay, I'm not sure. Let's see here. William Parker Bowles taking over Sentebale is going to just confirm, and the most certain and without a doubt fact how desperate and jealous William Parker Bowles is of Harry's charity work and Harry's connection to Diana. He has failed to do something worthwhile himself. Okay, I think I went over that already. That's the one. In my opinion, yeah, that's that. Next one. I received an email. Let's pause this. That's an ad. I received an email from that charity about the findings. I unsubscribed from their mailing list. Okay, I did too. I posted about it yesterday. Alright, let's pause that. That's the best thing to do. This is the way to do it. Individual donors, recurring donors, subscription rates, open rates, click-through rates. These are all data points that will indicate to the board the dwindling support for current leadership. That's the question mark here, is if these members installed by the person you will hear. Alright, Sam, I had already stopped my donation as soon as it was clear it was hostile takeover. Okay, I did the same. Okay, so these are the little people who was supporting Sentebale. Okay? So Harry needs to stand up for them. Not just them, but the huge companies as well. Alright, monthly donation were cancelled the minute she threw Harry under the bus. Wow. Okay, Sam, I unsubscribe and black. Very good thing. I got one too. I replied that it was found that Sophie lied against Prince Harry about bullying and racism, and as long as she's still with the organization, they will not get a donation. Then I unsubscribe. Okay, I emailed them at the beginning of the investigation and asked them to delete my data. Okay, me too. They have 0 donation. I'm just sad for the kids. I did the same. So it's ridiculous. Next one. Alright, she came in with the quote, "If I can't have you, I will destroy you." Attitude but fell miserably. She may have stolen the charity, but Harry's name is now detached from it. Good luck collecting the needed millions without him. Prince Harry clear of bullying claim by report into damaging dispute at his charity. So this, I think they throw Harry a bone here for clearing him, even though people know. Or if she was listening to people telling her to go say this type of thing on television, she should have known better. So I could see a defamation lawsuit here. Hate this B, there's the B word here, so much. She will ruin this charity and push it into financial ruin, just like the other business charity she started and then ran away from, leaving it with tons of debt. I think Harry is going to start another charity, run it through their foundation to continue the work, because it's too dear to him to just walk away from it. We will wait and see. I trust in the way he moves. Okay, yeah, like I said, I don't know if it was in this video because I've been recording for a while. I stop and do different things, but anyway, the way Harry does this thing, like I said in at the beginning of this recording, I feel like I see a maze. Okay, each time they put a roadblock for him, he find another way to move around. Alright, she and the people backing her, i.e. Willie, thought that she could actually compete with Meghan. Is this what she has done with the other charities that she has ruined? Alright, let's pause this. Okay, do I have this? Prince Harry and let me pause and make sure I have this. Okay, I just put this on the list. After I finish with this, I go into that. Okay, if I were the 2 princes, I will start a new charity with an ironclad rules for members and management, immediately terminating anyone embezzling money or trying to take over. I mean, I think this is a learning lesson for him, and he should act quickly with Invictus, because that would be the next step. Alright, not only did I just read some people saying similar things, but I've said it in the past. Yeah, I will sue her the false claim and for using his and her mom's name for profit. Did y'all see those TikTok of the woman who fell in love with her psychiatrist? Is that a ad? No, it's not. And had it all in her mind that he was interesting and now is spiraling. Reminds me of Miss Sophie. Please, there's the praying here. Where is her friend Trevor to console her? She'll turn into a laundromat to benefit her cronies. Okay, so let's go into that. Pause. Prince Harry and Prince Yoso have been vindicated. No bullying, no misconduct. The Sentebale scandal was a power grab dressed up as a crisis. Now the facts are public and they speak for themselves. This part here where he said public. The same thing. I think I've said it. I don't know if it's in this recording video. About the palace with the bullying allegation of Meghan. You see the same way they made this public about Harry? It's the same way they should do for Meghan. To have it on public record. Because nobody have the result of the bullying allegation, the finding of it about Meghan. Okay? Even though we know Meghan is not a bully. We know that. But for public sake, because these people love to rewrite history. Alright, so let's listen to this. It's 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
So the findings from the Charity Commission investigation into Sentebale are finally out. And let's be clear, Prince Harry and Prince Ciso have been completely vindicated. There was all this noise earlier this year, accusations of bullying, harassment, and even misogynoir thrown around after the 2 princes and other trustees resigned from the charity. But according to the commission, there is no evidence of systematic misconduct. None. No bullying, no harassment, no misogyny, no overreach from Prince Harry, nothing. This was a charity co-founded to support vulnerable children in Lesotho and Botswana. They gave it 20 years of their lives, and they walked away after what they called a hostile takeover by the new chair, Sophie Chandauka, whose leadership clearly sparked the internal chaos. But instead of accountability, Harry and CISO were hit with a wave of headlines implying they were part of the problem. Well, now the receipts are in, and they show what many of us already had suspected. The accusations were unfounded. The commission even confirmed that Prince Harry himself did not engage in any wrongdoing. Prince Harry's spokesperson put out a statement basically saying, "We're glad the truth is out, but the damage has been done, especially to the children the charity was supposed to serve." And they're right. This wasn't about reputation. It's about the mission being derailed because of ego, internal politics, and power plays. And the worst part? Sophie Chandauka is still chair. So no, Prince Harry and Prince CISO are not returning unless there's serious change in leadership. Because you don't spend 2 decades building something from the ground up just to let a snake slither in, start chaos, and then stick around like nothing happened. This was supposed to be about the children, vulnerable kids, no boardroom drama. So now we have clarity. Prince Harry and Prince CISO did nothing wrong. They were right to raise concerns. They were right to walk away. And now they've been proven right. Period. Vindicated. Loudly.
All right, let's read some of the comments. Praise the Heavenly Almighty God, the UK institution governing charities should took its time since March to finally come up with some affirmation. It should have been done under 3 weeks in my humble opinion. Seriously though, it's okay to blink sometimes. Man, running over a woman, typical. Did I read this someplace else? Alright, let's leave that alone.
So the findings from the...
I think I shared this video in another video of mine. Okay, this is another TikTok video. Let's pause. Venus, okay, that is a little bit different from Sentebale. Should I leave that and just let me pause for a second? I might change this. All right, so the last video TikTok that I had nothing to do with Sentebale. I want to focus on Sentebale alone, so I made some changes. So I may not record those TikTok videos because it's different discussion. It might be on another video. So I did 2, 4, 5 other tweets that has to do with Sentebale. So let's focus on that. All right, so this is the next one. When Harry is accused of bullying, his name is on screen. When he is clear of bullying, his name is not on screen. All right, so let's see here. Sentebale update, March 2025. 22 seconds.
Really, what Prince Harry wanted to do was to eject me from the organization, and this...
Sophie Harry harassment down here at the banner down there. Oop.
This went on for months. It went on for months through bullying, harassment. I have documentation. There were those really stinging criticisms of...
Okay, no evidence of bullying at Sentebale. But they mention it here. When Harry is accused of bullying, his name. Oh, his name, Harry. Okay. No evidence of bullying at Sentebale. Because she was saying Harry. Okay, they don't mention his name, but they just show his picture. Oh my God.
Prince Harry in terms of racism, misogyny, no evidence was found of that. So I think that's a kind of tick in the box for them. Really, what Prince Harry wanted to do was to eject me from the organization.
There
and
it
this
is.
went on for months.
Harry. Oh, there's the name here. Oh, let me move it back. Harry. There's his name. Harry of harassment. Did they put the points here? Charity chair accuses Harry of harassment. And then in this one here, no evidence of bullying. Wow. The public is creating a case for Harry. And then I think the Charity Commission threw her under the bus as well. Okay, leaving this open for Harry to pursue legal action from her. And then whoever's behind her to push her to do some of the thing, allegedly, it's off their hand. They're not the one who said it. Oh my God. Of course it won't. That will never do. The cult still send their Muppets after Harry, and the tabloid and trash morning TV. This has Willie's name all over it. Funny how one of Willie's ex-employees is now on the board. Willie stamping his feet. I want what Harry has, same as always. Okay, his country hates him so bad. I don't know why he keeps trying with them and their ridiculous media. Wash your hands of it all, Harry. Now, isn't that strange, huh, William? All right, abolish the monarchy. I mean, he's pretty much, I don't know if he's really, if allegedly, if the other brother is behind it. I don't know if he's thinking logically, because he pretty much revealing himself. The woman is a pathological liar. Can't stand looking at her. Me too. I can't stand looking at her. Propaganda at its best. Let's do this. Alright. Prince William is behind it all, allegedly. Why else? His good friend Ian are now on the board of the charity working with royal family mafia. Alright, so there's all of that. Let's go to the next tweet. British media in Sentebale. Alright. British media is working embarrassment and projecting. Why are they all so ugly and vile? Oh my God. The Charity Commission is wrong to try and drag Harry. What did they expect him to do? Sophie is a snake that was planted to get at Harry. Leaving Sentebale will hurt him, but won't break or stop him. Let's see here. Prince Harry has been criticized for the part he and other trustees played in allowing war at his Sentebale charity to play out in public. From my understanding, I remember they were saying to stop talking in public. Yeah, these people are vile. Okay, now looking at it, I feel like Prince Harry has stopped attaching a lot of his soul to his charities for this very reason. This will try and get him through them, and I'm glad he's setting boundaries at founder and patron, not running the finances and planning. All I know is they can keep their nasty, hateful mind, domestic body, and soul away from the Invictus game, and all is good. How was Harry to blame? This is the thing, they want to think for you. If you don't stop and think and see what happened leading up to this point, you'll just take their word for it. But Harry is not the one who started all this nonsense. And let's not forget, 20 years, almost 20 years, that charity was doing well. It's until this woman got in. How was Harry to blame? She spoke to whoever would listen to her. Harry spoke once to say he was going to let the investigation do what needs to be done. What a farce that has turned out to be. How does a woman get to keep her position after being found out to be a liar? Morally corrupt, the lot of them. UK media, along with the snake Sophie, dragged Prince Harry's name in the mud via UK print and broadcast media for days, weeks, forcing Prince Harry to respond with a statement once after they yapping on and on about him. Now they spend it to blame him for the media exposure. Diabolical. Harry was not a trustee or on the board. All he did was resign in solidarity with the board, the same as Prince Yoso. So why is Harry being criticized and not the board of trustees or the other patrons? Okay, these people know Harry is right and how he handled the charity. By resigning, he stopped her from using all the charity's money. And she can say she is battling him because he no longer is associated brilliant. She will still run it in the ground, which is sad. But it wasn't even Harry who did the press tour. That's the warning eye. Next tweet. This is the thing. They want to think for you. You know, all your senses throw out the window. Let them tell you how to feel, how to see, and all of that. Alright, next tweet. Harry needs to make sure that Sophie can't use his image, name, and that of his mother's anymore. They need to send a cease and desist. Will that be enough? Very interesting. Doubtful. Best thing to do is completely blank this person. It's like the dog who caught the car. It's all hers now, but if she tries fundraising using their name, how is that not fraudulent? Okay, how? Is now investigated that she made defamatory statement with actual malice. So he needs, that's right, he needs to lawyer up and stop her from using his likeness. Let's see here. Yeah, investigated by who? Okay, the commission. Okay, I don't understand you. There was an investigation where he has been clear with those findings. He needs to stop her from using his likeness. The statement were false, defamatory, and with malice. You can't make defamatory claim just over hurt feelings. Diana's name and image is controlled by her brother, not Harry and William. Okay, so which is Princess Diana's brother, I'm assuming. She will not dare. I suspect two Prince Sioso and Harry will come up with a way to help the children, just not through SB. Sentebale. She raised $250 at her last fundraiser. May God punish her for what she's done. $250? But Harry is her son and one of the beneficiaries of her estate. Let's see here. Yes, but as far as I remember, from when she died, I think he was the one that was in charge of all that stuff. Maybe because the boys were underage. Maybe it's changed now since they both adults. Okay, how is she even allowed to be connected to the charity? Her past action, the financial not revealed. They didn't say anything about the money. All this shows she was never above board. The trustees should remove their association with her and distance themselves from anything and anyone that has any connection to her. Okay, they are still under the website under co-founders, so I certainly hope she sends a legal letter to their remove any trace of Harry or disclaim that Harry is not involved in the charity whatsoever. Toby will allow her to use Diana's name and image. Baggage forgot. I don't know how to take that. Okay, I think at this point, any legal action taken by Harry will be to stop her from using his name for fundraising. I'm not sure if he could stop her from mentioning his mother's name. Okay, some very good response here. Yeah, I think he is aware of that because that is one of the reasons why he went public with his first statement to why he was stepping down from Sentebale, so people became aware he had issues with how it was being run now, and anything being put out now has nothing to do with him. Okay, that is right there. Black her usage of his name or Diana's. Okay, I think it's clear it would be impossible because of how this was all over the world media. Only a fool will now align themselves to Sophie knowing the court ruling and what she did to Prince Harry. This has egg on someone else's face and it's not Prince Harry. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I have one more after this. I don't know if I will be mentioning Sentebale anymore because I've done a lot of tweets with Sentebale. Alright, no Misogynoir, yet Sophie Chandauka still holds chair at Sentebale. That's an article, but I'm not gonna read it. Okay, someone higher up the food chain is behind her. Someone intent on destroying everything that Harry built. I have my suspicion and I wonder if they are poised for similar action on the Invictus Games. Okay, resigned Sophie. What Noon talks about is one of Prince William's men is now joined with Sophie to run this charity. Has there been palace interference involved here to take Harry's charity down? Is Invictus next? She is the one who went on TV. We all know this is a paper exercise full of lies. Weaponizing this issue to hurt Harry and his beloved charity was always the goal. From another charity, Harry along with Prince Sioso and continue to support Sentebale in ways that the current setup never will. Alright, so one more and then that is it. The length these people will go to destroy everything Harry and Meghan have is scary. They don't even spare their own DNA. I don't know how Meghan does it, but man, God keeps shielding my girl from this wickedness and higher places. At the end, it's not Harry, y'all, or hurting, it's those kids. That cult is dangerous. Yeah, look at when people are talking and I'm saying, look at Princess Diana. Blonde hair, blue eyes, all of that. They're kind of rose. Okay, look what they did to her. Alright, these people are wicked. Jay Walker, okay, what is that? Unless you are born into that family, you are a blood royal. You are always solely expendable in their eyes. The Windsors are utterly ruthless. They will get rid of people. That this include people who marry into them. Like I was saying about Princess Diana, really insane. Yep, the kids are going to start seeing this as a normal way to treat family that doesn't do what you want and repeat the cycle when they are older. A man using an African to do it, that's the another sad part of it. They always hide behind such cowardly behavior. They kill Princess Diana, a whole mother of a future king. I'll die on the hill that the sole reason Meghan and her kids are still alive is because Prince Harry left with her. She must never step foot in that country ever. And our prayers, let's not forget that. I remember when I started looking into Harry and Meghan, the squad were putting tweets, prayers, and then when I put the list and I said, you know what, I'll do the prayer at the end, and then I stopped seeing some of those prayers. I think after some of them left Twitter because of the things that was going on, I don't see the prayers. So now I Google prayers. Prayer for what? Let's do protection. When in doubt, protection. Let's do okay, let's do this one. Okay, Lord, I'm praying God's love, protection, and healing over my family. No matter how old, how young, how near, or how far, I know they all need your grace and help today. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Okay, I need to upload one video that just finished. So that is it. I'm probably gonna do another video. I'm not gonna get the computer, so I might as well just record. It is 5:44. Now I'm gonna do the JTB TikTok video that I stopped because it has nothing to do with Sentebale, and there's other TikTok videos of his I will be sharing. Okay, so the next video will start with that. Thank you for watching.
Xhanduka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.